Actually record. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You know why I'm here. Thank you for checking out another one of my weekly Forex analysis. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. And of course, y'all know what it is. This live analysis is brought to you by arbitrage. You guys know that's an indicator that I use. It gives me my edge in the market. And if anybody feels like that they need an extra edge in the market just cause, hit me up. We'll talk about this arbitrage thing. I'll run you through a game. I'll tell you how I use it, how I don't use it, etc. and etc. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get straight into this. So first and foremost, no news Monday or Tuesday, so that's cool. Have a lot of we have retail sales news on the US dollar, which is expected to be higher than last month. So that's a good sign for a good bullish US dollar. Australian dollar, we do have employment change and unemployment rate, which looks like it's decreasing, so that's good for the Australian dollar. Might be expecting Australian dollars to go bullish. Thursday there is no news, but Friday we do have GBP and Euro news. So on Friday I am expecting a lot of volatility in the GBP markets. I mean, GBP markets, they're already volatile as is, but I am expecting them to be a little bit more volatile. So we'll see how that goes, right? Now let's go on to the DXY. First and foremost, I'm gonna take off. I don't want to see any of the drawings right now. I want to see what the weekly candle looks like and talk about that. So right now we are seeing that this weekly candle is looking like it's very bearish, but it's also still holding up in this zone on the weekly. So I'm still kind of iffy on trying to say that the US dollar is bearish, although I am seeing that it is showing a lot of bearish signs, but just based off of what the weekly is telling me, it's not really showing me anything that is gonna try and continue to drop into the downside. Now, some people may think that this candle right here, let me actually get my annotation tool. I'm gonna go ahead and point this out. Now, a lot of people may think that this candle is an engulfing candle to this candle, and technically speaking, yes, because the body of this candle is bigger than this one. So that's something that you got to watch out for sure, that the US dollar may be turning around, and it is completely in a downtrend. There's no way that somebody can look at the DXY. Ooh, hold on. Let me just widen this out. There's no way that someone could look at this DXY and then go ahead and say that, oh, this is bearish. No, it's not. I mean, it's bullish. It's definitely not. It's definitely bearish, but it's holding at this major zone right here. So we'll see what happens. Now, let me go ahead and put these back up and go on to the lower time frames. And so daily time frame. So daily time frame, I don't like seeing this daily candle right here. That's just telling me more and more that price wants to drop as well. So I'm good. I'm gonna hold my trades, my US dollar trades. I'm still holding my Euro USD trade. I'm still holding my Euro AUD trade. I'm still holding my AUDUSD trades. I'm still holding those, but these signs are showing me that the US dollar could potentially drop. We have these bearish candles, and then we even have this candle. It just looks terrifying to me, to tell me that the US dollar might drop. But we'll see what happens. Maybe price would just end up filling that wick up and then continue to the upside. Going to the 4-hour time frame. Like, price has just been consolidating right here for the past couple of for a few days. Pushed up, came back down into this zone. But then when I go into the 15-minute time frame, I love to see that price actually did this, right? So, and I had posted this like right before the market. Well, not right before, but before the market closed. I love seeing this on the DXY. On the 15-minute time frame, price pushed up, dropped down, literally in my sell box for if I was trading this on a lower time frame, right? Literally at my not my sell box, at my buy box. So what I'm really looking for again is for price to literally start pushing up and hopefully making higher highs. I want to take this to the extension up here at 91.038. So that's what I'm looking for overall, is for price to just keep pushing to the upside. But again, the higher time frames, what those candlesticks are showing me, it's not really showing me that this is the best viable trade. But I'm still sticking to my analysis until this gets wrecked. I'm still sticking to my analysis that I think the US dollar is going to stay bullish. despite what I'm seeing, you know. So that's on the dollar for over here. Let's go on over to arbitrage side and see what arbitrage has for us. So I know that the daily time frame, it's still calling for the buy, and it's still holding at this RSI line. Now, if price starts to creep any lower than this, then that's when I'm going to be like, all right, maybe it's time that I start to look for maybe better buy confirmations for me to buy. But as of right now, I'm still looking for the DXY to hold, especially since it's holding right here. Like, that's another confirmation with my own technical analysis that I've made, that I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't going to end up falling, you know. But so again, that's why I'm just gonna hold my trades, not gonna panic, get out. And you know, like, as long as you're trading with proper risk management, then you really shouldn't even be panicking in the first place for your trades. But it doesn't matter though, because there are some people whose strategy is literally to over leverage. So that's with that. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. All right, so let's go over to the 1 hour time frame, because the 4 hour I'm pretty sure is looking bearish. So yeah, 1 hour time frame, same thing. It's showing that it could potentially drop right here. So I'm like I said, I'm still holding my trades, but the DXY is trying to tell me that it looks like it might want to drop, and so I'm not really in favor with that. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? I wasn't looking at my YouTube chat until I just put it on my phone. How you doing? Glad to have you on my analysis. I appreciate you for being here. So yeah, but most thing that would probably end up happening is if the DXY continues to consolidate, this RSI line will drop down to here, and if I can get price to cross over, retest, and continue it to the upside, then I'll be more comfortable with the buys. But until then, again, this is just it's not risky, but there are a lot of factors that are against us. So let's see what happens with the DXY, right? Go on over to EURUSD. So let me go ahead and clear all this stuff off as well. Go on to the weekly time frame. And so again, this candle right here, you can argue that it is bigger than the candle right next to it. And even last week I was saying I'm not liking how this candle is looking for a potential sell, but I want this wick to get filled out overall. So it's kind of iffy to try to say that, oh, EURUSD is gonna drop when it's showing like the exact opposite signs of what the DXY was showing us, right? So I'm still in this trade, and let me show you guys what this looks like on the weekly without all this drawings, with all these, sorry, not this, these drawings. So close that out, close that out, close that out. All right, so going on over here, dang, there's a lot. I don't want that at all. All right, so as you guys can see, there's this weekly zone that EURUSD is holding at. It's used this previously as a resistance for a couple weeks, then ended up dropping hard. Now it's retesting whenever it broke through here. So that's one of the major things that's really making me think that the US dollar is going to drop. You guys know that although yes, I do look at fundamentals, I really don't put too much effort and too much concern on them, rather than how I would be looking at technical analysis. Technical analysis is more of my bread and butter than fundamentals, although I know how to read them. And so just with this, man, I just really I love seeing this price coming back to retest this and showing this wick. This is the wick that really would convince me that price is probably going to end up starting to drop. This wick right here. That's what convinced me that okay, maybe the US dollar is gonna pop up, which will make EURUSD drop. But again, we'll see how this plays out, you know. Daily time frame, not really too happy about this candlestick right here, but like I said, I'm still holding my analysis, because I did really want price to come up to 1.21463, like right here, and then start to drop. Because even if I use this fib, not the fib that I have currently on, but this fib, price is still at a very good selling area, like a very good selling area. But it's just that I wouldn't want to, I mean, if you want, you can get into this trade, because I'm actually, like, you guys know most of you guys that watch me on a consistent basis know how I roll, that after I get into a new week, is new trade opportunities and all that stuff. Right here would be a place where I'd be looking to really enter into a trade on EURUSD, and my stop loss would be this high at 85 pips. And I would be like, and same thing, I haven't really changed where I'm looking to take EURUSD. I'm trying to take it to make lower lows, right? EURUSD has been very bullish for very long, but it really does need to do some correcting, in my personal opinion, if it's going to continue, if it's going to break this high and continue to the upside. So like I said, I like this swing opportunity very much so. I'm actually probably going to end up getting into it, included with the entry that I have. Let me actually put this to the side so that you guys can see the other entry that I'm speaking on. Where is it at? There you are. So this is my other entry that I'm in. 68 pips. That's the stop loss, currently like down 22 pips or something like that. Yeah, I'm still in this trade, and this is my entry because I was taking, let me turn this all off. First of all, this needs to change into a sell box, and then I'm gonna hide this so that you guys can see my previous setup that I have, that I still think could play out regardless. All right, so this was the setup that I had, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, and I wanted from this drop, the retracement, got in at the 71%, and then a continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm still looking at for EURUSD. Even if this doesn't hit, this might hit, but again, this stop loss is closer than this one is, and it's basically taking it to make a lower low. So that's what I'm seeing on EURUSD. Let's go ahead and check out what arbitrage has in store for us. So daily time frame, same thing, it's selling, and that's what, I mean, I've been saying that I like to sell, but with this, it just gives me extra confirmation. That's what I use it for, as per usual. It's been calling for buys, holding at the upper danger zone right here. I love that. Want to see rejections here. I use the upper danger zone, this right here, and the lower danger zone as support and resistance. So that's a good sign right there. 1 hour time frame hasn't really called for the buy, so that's another good thing that I like to see. I just don't like how the upper danger zone and the lower danger zone is showing. So we're gonna get a breakout eventually, and so whatever side that happens, then we'll see what's good. But overall, again, I'm selling this bad boy. This is the position I'm already in, but once I'm off this call, I'm probably gonna get into this as well. So let's see how that plays out. So I'm already green on it, perfect. GPBUSD. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this off, clear that off, and clear that off. Weekly time frame, I really don't have to clear off anything because there really isn't much here anyways. So, all right. So GPBUSD finally broke this zone that I was talking about, that I'm like, yo, if until this zone breaks, I can't say that this is bullish, right? And so now I could probably start to switch my opinion that yes, this is bullish, especially with a weekly candle like that. Yeesh. And prices continuing to the upside. Yeah, this is definitely a vibe. So kind of what I really want to see at this point is really, well, first of all, from this drop, let's see what the fib looks like. Although price hasn't stopped yet, no, I wouldn't look for that. Honestly, what I would really want to see just on the higher time frames is price to actually come and retest this before I start taking it to the upside. I can't buy it right now because it's just this high, and then what happens if price just stops right here and then drops, you know? Those are the type of things that I think about when price is at a high or at a low. If it's at a high, then I'm like, personally speaking, I can't really look to buy this. All I could really do is be like, all right, let's look for a retracement, and then once that happens, then I will look to buy, you know? So again, I'm just waiting for the retest and continuation to the upside. That's how I could honestly, I could really play it, looking at technical analysis. From this point of view, yeah, the 1 hour time frame called that pretty late, but that sell was nice. Yeah, this has all been bullish for like how long? Called the buy right here. It's been bullish ever since. Daily time frame, well, daily time frame called the buy like when? Out here in October, it's been calling for a buy. So that's that. Like honestly, like 15-minute time frame, even the 15-minute time frame, it has been calling for a buy since 6:30 last week. So I'm just like gonna leave it alone. Not gonna really worry too much about GU. There's a lot of other pairs that I could be paying attention to. So I'm just gonna put that on the, well, not red because I didn't trade it. I'll just leave it blank actually, and then go on to the next one. All right, AUDUSD. Wait, before I continue, 1 second. Okay, my bad. Had to make sure that was playing. All right, so AUDUSD. Kind of the same thing as with the DXY, but I feel like that I'm gonna get like stopped out of this trade, personally speaking. Australian dollar has been on a tear, and every time I try to trade it like this, it just ends up nipping me in the butt. But I'm still gonna play this out, you know. I'm still gonna hold this trade. It's still holding at these highs. Hold on, let me just put this into perspective. It's still holding at this supply zone right here. Next heavy supply zone that I see on AUDUSD is up over here, and so like I said, I'm just playing off of this zone, and then with the drop that it made, the retracement, that's what I'm trying to sell off of. But again, the AUDUSD has just been on a tear. It came back up to past these highs. It's all the way up here. I had to even extend my stop loss just to make sure that I still want to be in this trade, because it could definitely still hold right here and then drop. But most likely if it passes 0.77700, then I'm most likely out of here. So let's see how this plays out. But I'm ready to take that L. It's like what, maybe like 1% of my account. Maybe that's gonna take an L, and it happens, you know. That's why I don't really try to wager a lot more of pips on one trade more than another. So 15-minute time frame might be the best solution for a good sell position. That if you're trying to get into this trade with me, would be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my short alert. So once per bar close, create. And so what I'll be mainly looking for is that if price breaks this RSI line, I want it to retest it to continue to the downside. That's basically what I'm looking at with Australian dollar and the US dollar. And everything else, I'm pretty sure is bullish. On the 1 hour, 4 hour daily. Yep, bullish, 4 hour time frame. Very bullish, been bullish since February 5th. Or called for the buy since February 5th, I should say. And daily has been calling for a buy called for this sell, but yeah, I don't know. It's still saying that, hey, it could possibly hold here. If it goes any higher, like I said, it's probably going to call for another buy. But this was the last time that price called for a buy. All the way in November 20th. So we'll see how things go with AUDUSD. I'm still holding it, and I'm still going to keep holding it and see what's up. GBPAUD. So got stopped out of this trade. Let me go ahead and close off those off. Still have a type of sentiment that this can go bullish. So let's move this down here real quick. Okay. Weekly time frame. We can see that price broke through these highs and then has been retesting these for the past 2 weeks here. This can still potentially go to the upside. Like GU is bullish. I'm pretty sure GBPJPY is bullish if GU is bullish. And again, it broke through this high. It's retesting it. Usually what I would want to see on the daily time frame for me to continue selling this would be some type of move like this. But that's not what really I want to see on GA. I don't even think I'm going to trade GA right now, just because of how the Australian dollar and AUDUSD is, and also how the DXY is looking. I don't really necessarily want to trade GA at this point in time. I want to wait and see what it's going to do. And it's a pair that actually likes to make a lot of sideways moves in before it makes a big movement, you know. So that's one thing about AUDUSD that I really don't want to kind of trade, especially when it made this huge bull move and then it dropped all the way to 100% basically. So that's why I'm just like, maybe I want to wait out for this, maybe see what's going on, and I can play that accordingly. Because I mean, if you look at this recent drop right here, price already retraced to the 61.8 if I'm not mistaken, 71% even, and then dropped. So it's like, again, I just want to wait and see what GA is going to do. I want a better picture on GA. Personally, I feel like I don't have a good picture for it to do. I'm not really necessarily in the mood to try to sell. If it was down here, like if GA was like down here at 1.77939, then maybe I would probably try to take it to the upside. But as of right now, I'm good. Let's go on to weekly real quick. Yeah, see this? Exactly the reason why I'm good on this. But it did break the trend line and it is retesting it, so a bullish move wouldn't be crazy. But again, I would rather have had price come down to like 1.77968. So, but honestly, all I see for this is a bullish move. But oh, not there, not that. That's not what I wanted. But you would want to see this daily zone get broken to be like, okay, yes, now I'm truly bullish on GPAUD. So that's just my input. I kind of just want to see this happen for me to get in, but I do expect that it's gonna buy. Let's go over to arbitrage because I'm pretty sure arbitrage can get me an entry. Oh wow, so I kind of do need for price to drop then. So daily time frame called for the buy, called it on January 27th, but I personally like when price does this, retest the RSI line, continue to the upside. I'm not necessarily thrilled because I can never just get in right here. If it's arbitrage, I can never just get in like right in the middle of here. It is holding up above the compass line, this blue line, and it's holding up above the red line, the momentum line. So those are good signs as well. But I would realistically need price to come down to like 1.77350, even on the daily arbitrage for me to get into the buy. 4-hour time frame, it called for that drop. It looks like price had gapped to the downside, opened, closed the gap up. That's good. And 1-hour time frame. Oh well, if I would have been looking at the charts at 4 o'clock, then I probably could have got an entry on GA, because like again, I like the bullish move, retest of the RSI line, and apparently the lower danger zone, and then a continuation. Well, there's that. I'm just gonna have to wait for an entry, and here, never. I would never take that because of how it just did this, and then it's calling for a buy at the upper danger zone. That's just not me personally. But again, right here, if you are down and you want to, by all means, you could definitely take this bullish push to the upside. All right, so that's for GPAUD. Let's go on to EA. I'm still in this trade. It's not looking the greatest. I'm bleeding out here. Now I'm joking. All right. So as I said with AUDUSD, it could potentially like literally hold right here. EA could literally just hold right here, then continue going bullish. So that's what I'm kind of like betting on, if you will. Betting on. I'm not risking that much on this. It's just a 1%, same thing with this trade. So I'm just holding it. But if it holds at these lows, this actually might be it might be a way risky, but a way better entry than what I have. If you got in right here and try to take price to the upside, that would be kind of awesome. But again, this looks like I might get wrecked. It's a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio, so I'm okay with getting wrecked, to be honest. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, these bearish candles, all they're telling me is that, oh, price is gonna drop, price is gonna drop, price is gonna drop. 100% fib hit, not quite. It hasn't quite gotten hit yet, but it can very shortly, and then that's when I'll be like, okay, if you still want to hold this trade, then at that point you acknowledge that the L might be coming very shortly. But let's see how this plays out. I don't really see any. Well, hold on, let me see something real quick. Go on to the 1 hour. I want to see what this drop looks like. Yeah, I thought so. You see, and I didn't even notice that. This is one thing that I hate about swing trading. If I'm in a swing trade, then I really wouldn't look at like these technicals on the smaller time frames for it to tell me to get out of a trade, because I feel like it would just psych me out of a trade. But look at that. A drop retraced to the 71%. Perfect sniper entry if I was looking for sells, and then it dropped quite nicely. So yeah, this could definitely be an L season for me, but I'm gonna hold this. I'm already down this low. I'm not gonna be tripping over losing like a couple $60 or $70 off of this trade, or however much I still have left until my stop loss gets hit. It's going over to EURAUD on arbitrage, and same thing. 15-minute time frame, could have gone into the SL, took this all the way down, but it's cool. I'm actually going to set an alert right here for the 15-minute time frame, and that would alert me to get into a buy, so I can get, like I said, right now if you were to buy, it seems a little more riskier than if you were to just like, if I, for instance, because that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to just wait for the alert to tell me to push to the upside, get the drop, continue to the upside, you know? So that's how I'm looking at for EURAUD on the 15-minute. Everything else is calling for sells, I promise you. Sell. Sell. Ooh, this 4-hour looks nice. Daily, sell. Weekly, sell. So again, just be careful, man. This L, I'm more like every single trade that I get into, I always accept the L that I'm gonna get. So this is same thing. Just if the L is here, embrace it. All right, let's go on to EURGBP. Oh my goodness, man. So EURGBP, this irritated me. I really wanted this entry right here for the drop, but it looks like it's just gonna keep going down, which is why GPUSD is going bullish. And if I go to GBPJPY, I'm sure it's doing the same thing. Yeah, just going bullish, right? So EURGBP, I remember weeks ago that I talked about that I wanted it to drop. I'm gonna remove all those, get a fresh. Oh wow, I forgot to change my Zoom meeting to unlimited. I'm so sorry, guys. For those who are on the Zoom, I'll just send you another link. And for those that are on YouTube, just, yeah, we're still here. So have this major zone right here on EURGBP where price had came down once. I think this is 61.8 of this bullish move. Let's check this out. It's just, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, oh, even came close to the 71%. So yeah, so want to really see how price is going to hold right here before I make any decisions on it. That's even more of a reason why I'm leaving GA and GU alone, because I really want to see what EG is going to do. If you guys ever notice, if EG is ever bearish, that usually means that GU is going to be bullish. So I want to really see what's going to happen down here. A very interested price range for me to be looking around is like 0.86464 to 0.8553 for potential bullish move to the upside. I just want to see how things play out this week though for the GB pairs. Maybe I'll scalp them personally on a personal level. Maybe I will, but I don't think I'm gonna give any real like technical analysis trades on EG and the other GBPs until I see some type of like more like confluences or more what's the word I'm looking for? Confirmations. I can't believe I didn't think about that. So yeah, I'm just waiting and seeing what's gonna happen, but it looks like it's just gonna keep dropping. If you want, you can sell it. I mean, if I were to sell it at this point, this is probably what I would be looking at. Like just put my stop above those wicks and then look for a drop. But that's hella, I don't like it. It looks just hella risky to me. So I'm just gonna wait on it. You know, it's not worth my headache at this point. And this is probably gonna also help EG to push to the downside, which is something I don't care for either. So yeah, I mean EA. So I'm just gonna wait. And there's no looking at arbitrage stuff for the 15-minute. I'll set the alert for a possible buy move. So long create, but other than that, everything's bearish. Yep. 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 So that's EG for you. It's going over to EURNZD. This sell, I'm so low-key hot that I didn't get in it. All right. I actually like this sell a lot, to be honest with you. That happened from right here. I like that a lot. All right, so EN. Let me go on the weekly first of all. I'm not really crazy over this sell overall. On the long term, I'm really looking at EN still pushing to the upside, like I had already drawn. It's just a pair that I've just been like really watching, seeing what it wants to really do. Definitely taking that sell at this level right here. If you can see right here, at that resistance right there, or daily resistance, if you will. It wasn't a bad. It's not a bad move at all. It's not a bad move at all. What I kind of really want to see, let me go on to the lower time frame, is I really kind of want to see. I want to see EURNZD drop down to like 1.67068 or 0.67100 basically, and then push to the upside. That's basically what I really want to see happen, because that's what looks like might be the best play overall for a potential EURNZD buy. But again, this is extremely bearish. Like, yikes from this. Extremely bearish. So just be careful with that overall. Oh, my homie is hitting me up. Give me a second. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, with EN, I am just really watching it and see what it's about to do. Not really too crazy over buying or selling this at this point in time. Just isn't my move. I'm pretty sure arbitrage can give me an entry, but over like on technical analysis, nah. So let's see what RB has for me. Oh, the 15-minute might actually call for a buy. So price gap to the upside, drop back down, close the gap, might push to the upside. We might. Let's see. Actually, no. It is under this RSI line, so potentially the sell call. I mean, the sell on this might be calling very shortly, but I'm good. Same thing with this. It's under the RSI line, but it looks hideous. I'm good on that. 4-hour time frame called for the buy, but I'm kind of chilling on the 4-hour as well. And the daily hasn't called for the buy yet either. So arbitrage is kind of out of the question right now, except for the 15-minute. I'll be watching this. I might really actually get into a buy right here. Like if I were to put this right here. This might be a play. This might be a quick play. Put it right under that wick though. A 1 to 2.92. You're only risking 16 pips. You're getting 48 pips. That's not bad. I might play this. And I do see as arbitrage. The price is still under the RSI line. I'm more looking at it from a technical analysis point of view than arbitrage. Long exit all order or once per bar close complete. Let me go on to the 15-minute time frame over here, Lofi. Because I like that price closed that gap so fast. And I do want to really buy, well, not really, but I do kind of want to buy GA. Price dropped, come back. Yeah. I'm probably going to get into this buy on EN. And if this alert tells me to get out, well then so be it. I'm out of there. But I'm going to get into this EN trade. For sure getting into this EN trade. I like it. I'm going to risk like 0.5% of my account on this. And I'm going to see how things play out. But this is a pretty solid trade. I like the risk reward on it. and I'm only looking at it because it already closed this gap, and I just want price to push up and like come and grab this liquidity and possibly drop. So let's see how EN plays out. GPJPY, I don't really have much to say about it other than from a weekly point of view, that price is probably going to end up coming back to these highs. Or it can just do what I thought it was, and it's going to come up here, grab this liquidity, and then end up free falling, which I prefer, personally speaking. But let's see how things play out. There is a zone right here. If I'm just moving this from one place to another, that price can literally hold it right here. But again, gotta wait and see how things play out. Not really interested in trading GJ, so we'll just wait and see what's up. If everything's bullish on it, it's still being bullish. I don't know what's moving the market this much right now, but hey, maybe it's some technical analysis that I mean some fundamentals that I missed. So let's go on over. Well, and I mean, guys, again, just to look at arbitrage if you guys want to. Like, I could set a 15-minute time frame for GJ. It actually might be a good drop, but I'm chilling right now. I'll wait a little bit, but look how long ago I called for this buy on January 21st. So daily time frame called for the buy like in October. So all right, so I'm just gonna not even look at GJ for the meantime. USDCHF, I am still in this buy and profit, and I'm still holding it, and I still do think that it can make a higher high. I didn't even notice this. I think I did last week, now that I mention it. I don't know. I'd have to go check. I'd have to go look back at it, but I think I mentioned this up head and shoulders right here. If I didn't, there's my homegirl Kiana on Facebook. She had posted it. She's like, wow, I haven't seen a clean head and shoulders pattern right here in a while, which played out like this, played out so nicely. That price came back into this range, buy box, pushed to the upside. Let me delete these, then go on to the 15-minute time frame. Oh, for those that were on my Zoom, hold on, stop. Let me post up this Zoom real quick for these guys. Oh, definitely. You already know what's getting touched. You already know that. I just want to make sure that I can get everything back on here. Get out of here. There we go. So I got that there. All right. So, and USDCHF, I love seeing this. Push to the upside. There we go. Push to the upside, came into my 71% fib, continue going to the upside. I'm chilling. I'm still in this trade. I'm not really getting out of it at this point. And again, it's a swing from last week. Had very little drawdown, but my stop loss has not reached 1-to-1. I need this to go 64 pips in profit before I do such. So that's on USHF and arbitrage. Well, why you, bro? Like, hold on. I forgot that I need to get this Zoom settled. There's asking for a passcode. That's weird. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Invite. Hold on. What is the password? Seven two 724 713. All right. So that's enough of that. So USDCHF daily time frame had already called for the buy. Got the retest. I love seeing that. But I need to see what's up. What's going on? Let me mute this though, so I can keep going. You know.
Oh, have you already gone over gold?
No, not yet. I'm about to right now.
Oh, bet. All right.
No problem, man. Continue. Mute. Solid. And let me get this link out to other people. 1 second, y'all. I have like 7 different chats that I send this stuff to. Okay. So yeah, daily time frame had called for the buy, retest. I liked seeing that. It wasn't what made me get into the trade. I was already like looking at that, but I like seeing that on the daily. Let me say that one more time because I forgot that I didn't record. But yeah, I like seeing that price pushed up then dropped. I retested the RSI line. I like seeing that. It wasn't the reason why I got into the USDCHF buy, but it is a good confluence. The 4-hour time frame price has been holding right here at the lower danger zone, which is another good piece of confluence for me. Although it did call for a sell, I do expect it to push up. And even if this were to sell, the only way that I can personally get into a sell, let's just draw a fib on it, right, is if price came back up to basically the upper danger zone up here. So that's another piece of good confluence that I like for this buy. And then 1-hour time frame, it's been called for the buy and it's still calling for a buy. So I'm good. Like, I'm chilling in this USDCHF buy. Tacos. Let's go over this real quick before I go on to the famous gold. I still want this entry. I still very much want this entry on USD Mexican peso. I want price to drop down to my 71% fib. Although I know I might not get it, but that's the fib that I like entering on. And then I'm swinging this to the upside. And I would definitely prefer even if price did come down here, for it not to wake me out. That'd be great. So same thing on USD Mexican. Nothing really that I'm going to talk more on. The 15-minute time frame has a call for a buy, so I'm not looking to buy it just yet. But I think the 4-hour, even the 4 hours are called for a buy yet. Nothing's called for. This daily time frame buy played out basically, but yeah, I'm waiting for that entry regardless. Like, no matter what, I'm waiting for this USD Mexican entry right over here. So we'll see how that plays out. Gold. All right, let's take a look at gold, y'all. I know people have been waiting on this. All right, so gold. I loved seeing this candle close like this. Isn't necessarily, I forgot that I wasn't using Zoom annotating, but I do love seeing this candle close like this, and especially when I've already been saying that gold has been in a downtrend, you know, ever since that. Now let me put these drawings back on. Hold on. Ever since that gold had left this huge wick on the weekly time frame, that's when I've been like, oh, gold might be dropping hard. And I still do believe that a lot, but it has a decision right here that it has to make. It either, let me get rid of all this right here. It either has to break out to the downside, retest and continue to the downside, or it has to pop right here, I don't even think it needs to retest if it pops and then just continue to the upside. The pop and retest, that'd be great, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If gold does end up popping, it's just gonna keep going and going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny. But even looking at it from like just the 4-hour point of view, drawing out a trend line and stuff like that, it doesn't look like price necessarily wants to pop like that, you know. You're until Wednesday, yeah, hey, that's definitely a possibility, man. That is definitely a possibility for this to continue going bullish. Me personally, I'm still in this sell, and I'm not shying away from being in this sell. I've been in this sell from up here, but this is the sell that I just most recently got into. Let me get my fib right here. And yes, I do realize that price did come to the 61.8 fib that I mentioned last week in my chat and popped up a little bit, but that's not going to convince me that this is going to buy it. I do love that price came in and respected this heavy weekly demand zone, but I'm not convinced quite yet, you know. I do know that Peyton, he is more bullish, and I do see the bulls, especially if you're looking at it from a Wyckoff point of view. But personally speaking, that's not what I'm looking at it from. I'm looking at it. This was the setup that I took. Drop, retest, continuation to the downside. My stop loss is at break even. So whatever happens, happens. Honestly, to me, whatever happens, happens. But I definitely see the Wyckoff. So this would have been the first spring. Price pushed up. This would have been phase B. Then price pushed back up again. Consolidation, bullish. So it's definitely a possibility for price to do this, and then boom. It's definitely is. That's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, to be quite honest. That's why I said at this point in time, I'm just relaxing, I'm just chilling. I'm not going to get into any extra buys or sells. I'm just going to wait and see what gold does. Because, like I said, at this point in time, it could do either or. And, hey, gold, it does what it wants to do. So, that's with gold, honestly speaking. I don't have any... I'm sorry for anybody that thought that I had more than that, but I really don't. Because I'm personally in a sell. And I'll even show you one thing that is maybe been more bearish than bullish more than anything, and that's arbitrage. And this is just due to this weekly time frame right here. Like I've never really played a weekly trade before, but this is playing out like really too nicely for me to keep saying that it's selling. And when I see a candle this color right here, if I see a weekly candle that's printing out and is showing bearish momentum with the magenta, and instead of it being yellow or something, I can't say that I'm gonna buy. I just really can't. Daily time frame, I do love seeing that it's holding at this. Let me enlarge this. I do love seeing that price is holding at this upper danger zone, so that would be something that would be like, okay, I can take a risk at this. But then look, price called for the sell right here, retested, and then dropped again. So again, that's another sign that's telling me it's not ready for a buy yet. There's just a lot of factors in it, you know. Oh yeah, you already know I checked those. 4-hour, it just called for a sell. So if price comes back up to like 1828, I might mess around and try to get into a sell right there, and then to probably take price down to these lows over here. Let me see. And then the 1 hour, look, the 1 hour about to call for a buy. So here, boom, this is actually perfect. So long, once per bar close, create that. You already know how to play. If this calls for a buy, absolutely, I don't mind taking this to the upside. But I'm not looking for a long-term buy on gold until it breaks that weekly trend line that I drew on technical analysis, personally speaking. And you said you saw a W on the what time frame, Michael? Let me look at technical analysis over here. On the 4 hour, let's find out. I don't know what W you're referring to. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute your mic so that I can hear what you have to say.
Oh, but yeah, you can see it right now. It's just that it just formed the right bottom.
Right, we're at though.
Like literally the past 3 to 4 candles formed that bottom. That
right over here.
Second part of the W.
Oh, are you referring to this right here?
Wait, no, go back to the 4 hour.
Okay.
All right, right now. So all the way over there, far left, where you can see price fell down.
1, 2, 3, 4. This right here.
And then when it, no, like the top left of your screen. Whenever price bottomed out, it crashed from 1860, 1870, 80, all the way to 1780.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that whole leg, that whole thing. So that's the beginning of the W, and then. Yeah, so it's just not a perfect W. It's like you can draw a trend line of the low and the higher low.
Like that.
So it's just, you see what I'm saying?
This is what when I hear a W, this is just my personal preference. I think a lot of people have different opinions about W's, but when I hear of a W, this is what I think of. If I was looking for a W on gold, okay. That's how I see it. So I get why that's why I was getting it confused. All right, that makes total sense. But I see what you're looking at as well. Price can definitely push up from right here, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I don't see any. Like I'm not against that at all, you know. But for me personally speaking,
right,
I'm okay with getting my stop loss hit at break even, but I can't say that I would try to sell it, especially after seeing a 4-hour candle like this. And let's even look at the volume behind this 4-hour candle, or let's look at the volume of this while it's dropping. So volume is dropping while it's dropping. It's not really like the greatest for me to look at, honestly. But again, we'll just have to see what gold has in store for us.
I see the spring right now, like the wick off spring on the daily,
and
then I see it on the 4-hour more recent. Like there's it's a wick off spring within another one.
That's exactly. That's why I'm like, I definitely see the buy, but that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to trade it. If I were to try to trade off of Wyckoff, I would have tried to trade it off of the first spring, like when price was down here. If I was basing it off of Wyckoff, this would have been my entry. Totally.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been bearish on gold for like since it was here, since January 4th. I've been bearish on gold. So that's why I'm like, ugh.
And you got a weekly arbitrage swing.
Exactly, and that too. Exactly. So it's just there's too much that I have personally that what I trade with that is going against it. But I see the Wyckoff on like 100%. I totally see it.
If I can take this just to Tuesday, bro, that'd be a blessing. I swear.
All right, Brody. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, but definitely, like he said, guys, it's just same thing. It could definitely push to the upside right here. I totally see the Wyckoff. It looks like this is just it's gonna take off personally, but that's the reason why I'm not playing it, because based off of how I trade, there's a lot of things that are telling me that it's gonna sell. So just gonna have to wait and see what's up. S&P creating higher highs. Need I say more? Dow Jones creating higher highs. Need I say more? Like, all you can really do is laugh, because these things are just going higher and higher. It is what it is. Let's go into Bitcoin. I thought, so close to $50,000, but the volume that's behind it is very questionable. Just look down here. This is the candle that had the most volume out of all these candles right here. I'm not buying that Bitcoin might hit 50K right now. What I would want to see is for price to come back to like $44,000, and then maybe it'll reach 50,000. But until then, I'm just gonna really leave it alone. Like, I didn't like how price really pushed past these highs. then it didn't hit 50,000. It just like it's chilling up here, you know. I'm not really a fan of that. So with Bitcoin, you guys know I'm bullish as hell on it, but for me to get into any trade on Bitcoin, I can't do that. And just be even looking at arbitrage, like it's sloppy on the 1 hour. The 4 hour is extremely bullish as per usual. Daily time frame, extremely bullish. So I'm just like, what's up 15 minute? Yeah, 15 minute is not the greatest looking either, but I'm more looking at for Bitcoin to really go and hit like $45,000 again, like down over here, before if it makes that push to the upside, or even not that low. Even if it just comes down to like, well, no, yeah, $45,000 would be hella ideal. So I'm really just looking at price to come back down to these lows to see what's up for a potential buy before I look to get into it. So that's for Mr. Bitty Bit Bitcoin. Ripple doing numbers out here. But as I mentioned, guys, I'm kind of looking for sells on Ripple right now personally. I can do without those. I'm personally kind of looking for sells on Ripple. Gotta see how things play out, but dang, it did hit my entry though. 0.54 to 0.55, absolute. If that's your buy zone, okay, that's not a bad look, because I'm bullish. I want, like, long term, I definitely want this to buy. My wallet is happy as hell right now. But personally speaking, I would probably want price to like come back down to like 50 cents before I get into, like, I look to get into a serious buy or something like that. And I'm just playing it off of this drop, this like dump that it did in the retest. We still have the SEC and all their bull crap that they have to do with Ripple and stuff like that, but I have high expectations that it's going to be solid. But just imagine if this is really going to play out and the price drops down to 18 cents. That's the 38.2 extension, so it doesn't even look terrible to me personally, but that's not what I want. I really don't want that to happen. I just want price. If price could even moon to $1 right now, that'd be mad love. With Ripple, because it's centralized, it's not decentralized. That's why a lot of people don't like Ripple, actually, because it's centralized. Yeah, it's funny, right? But yeah, no, Ripple definitely, a lot of people don't like it because it's a centralized coin, which kind of defeats the purpose of what cryptocurrency is. But then that's, you could, like, if you want to take it to that level, that's the same thing with Dogcoin. It has no supply, it has no demand. There's a limited amount of supply with Dogcoin, but there's a lot of demand on it. It's just, you just gotta roll with what's pushing. And a lot of things that Ripple stands for, like with the company Ripple itself, and a lot of the partners that they have, and a lot of what their partners have done, that's what makes me drift a lot towards Ripple. So, but anyways, I missed my entry. I wasn't paying attention to this, really. 62 cents, that would have been a perfect, well, 63 cents would have been a perfect sell entry for me to sell at, and have my stop loss like at 76 or 77 cents. And if I took an L, it is what it is. But that's on Ripple though. Like, I really like this drop, and like I said, I'm not taking this possibility away. This 18 cents, I don't know what the SEC is gonna say. I don't know how that's gonna impact a lot of people, but you gotta just buy the rumor and sell the news. The news, that's the SEC. So I want to really see that on Ripple. If I can get price to come back up to my entry, then it's lit. So I'm going to actually go ahead and set an alert back up here. It's unfortunate that I missed it, but if I'm pretty sure arbitrage can give me another entry. That is not what I wanted though, now that I really think about it. Alert, there you go. There you go, that's what I wanted. Alright, so let's see what's up with Ripple. If it can come back up there, that'd be cool. Let's go on to Litecoin. Litecoin has been doing magic, man. All right. Let's get a new, fresh analysis off of Litecoin. Yeesh, I was not talking about Litecoin enough last week. Anyways, really good bullish momentum on Litecoin. Been the most bullish that we've seen it in a while. Well, off of just like one single week. That's like the biggest candle that we've seen in a while. It could definitely hold up at these highs though. It could definitely be like, all right, how about we have a conversation and we chill out a little bit up here. So I'm really gonna watch and see what Ripple is going to do the next coming weeks. I haven't really been focused on a lot of crypto news as a general, because again, I'd rather look at the technical analysis and look at some of the fundamentals. But if I think what with Bitcoin might happen with Litecoin, then price can literally just come back down to like 169 and then pop and then finally come back to its all-time highs, back up at $416. So that'd be mad love. But I just wanted to address this demand zone or supply zone on Litecoin. And then again, I would love for price to come back down to like 150, 151, and then make another push to the upside, like break this zone out here. But gonna wait and see how that plays out, because this has just been mad love, I'm not gonna lie. It's going over to arbitrage, 15-minute calling for a sell, 1 hour. I missed my entry. If you want, you could sell. I can't sell right here. I would have really wanted to get price at 218 when it was up here. If I was paying attention to that, that would have been cash. But you know, 190, 194, 193. That might not be a bad entry on Litecoin. If I can get price to come back up here, I might get in. But as of right now, I'm good. Love, enjoy. 4 hour time frame. Yeah, this is what more resonates with what I have with my technical analysis. If price can come to 151, 150, and then a push to the upside, this is what resonates the most with it. So I'm actually gonna set an alert on Litecoin right here for a short opportunity once per bar close creates, and let's see how that plays out. And Ethereum is just being Ethereum and is consolidating like crazy. But I'm happy with what it's doing. We all know Ethereum, crazy, about to hit $2,000. That's the next viable target that I see, honestly speaking. It's been consolidating a lot right here, so that's how you know that it's like, okay, what are you gonna do next? Personally speaking, I think it's gonna drop. Drop where to though? I think 1,500 might be a good spot to be looking at, for it to possibly come back down here and be like, all right, now I'm really gonna go bullish. I'm really gonna do this thing. So I'm gonna wait a little more to get a little bit more data off of Litecoin. I'm not really the craziest. Litecoin off of Ethereum. I'm not looking to like really do anything with it, but sell it. So hey, if you're risky and you're about that life, I'm not about this life at all. Let me tell you. I'm really not about this life. If it was up here, then I'm about that life. But down here, not really. So yeah, you can try to sell this, but personally speaking, I'm not down. All right. I've gone through a whole bunch of pairs. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any other pairs they want me to look at before I hop off? Nothing else. Nothing else. US 30. Yeah, it's just creating higher highs. I can't really say anything about this other than it's creating higher highs. I hate that it is. My stop loss got hit at break even because I was in this sell. So it is what it is, man. It wasn't messing with us, unfortunately. I'm hot. And same thing with S&P. Let's go look at NAS 100 real quick. Yeah, same thing. Not really anything, unless I see some type of bearish impulsive to the downside or something. I really can't say that I want to sell this. I can only look to be buying. and my buy entry would have been like right here. So that's unfortunate for me. All right, no problem. Well, thank you guys for checking this out. I really do appreciate it. And for those who are watching this from my YouTube, I do appreciate you guys for hopping on. If you guys can go ahead and drop a subscribe and a like for me, I would appreciate that. Oh, Savanshi, you want me to look at US third ETH for you real quick? All right, yeah. So Ethereum, until this gets broken this high, I kind of see this selling. That's all I could really see it as. Same thing with Bitcoin. It didn't have volume backed up with it to reach 50,000, which makes me think that it's gonna fall as well. Ripple, I think, is gonna fall. Litecoin, I think all of them are gonna. I think the cryptos are gonna fall, personally speaking, because a lot of people have been buying. People have been like, oh, you should buy Bitcoin. Oh, you should buy Dogecoin. All the cryptocurrency people have been buying. So now that they're at these highs right here, I think they're really gonna slap a lot of people in the face and be like, nope, I'm gonna sell. And Nasdaq, just like with the other US indices, they're just making higher highs. Like I can't do anything with this. I personally can't do anything with this right now because I have no idea where's the next zone that's gonna hit. So yeah. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this, get some food, get some water. I'm probably gonna go work out later on. And again, for those who are watching this from the YouTube channel, I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Please leave a like if you can. Subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it. And I'll be posting up the playback on this very shortly. So appreciate y'all.